Hey everyone, I know the lighting is just horrible here because it's really late at night and it's dark, but I thought I'd give you a health update where we are. Um, I am so much better if you don't know because I haven't posted in forever. I had long term COVID, I had a lot of coughing and fatigue and hair loss and rashes and all the things, but I'm doing a lot better. I actually have energy to do things. I was able to get out today and visit a friend of ours who is in a rehab facility and have lunch with some friends and start doing things every day like vacuuming the floors, mopping the floors, um, going out and doing a little grocery shopping. I'm very thankful for that. Now, as for Chris, um, he has cataract surgery the next 2 weeks, and he has something called hemochromatosis that is a genetic blood disorder, and it's when your liver cannot disperse iron. And thank you, Lala. I miss seeing you. I really do. I was thinking about you the other day. Um, he has, as I said, he has a disease or a disorder called hemochromatosis. And so, first of all, they're going to take care of his eye problems, which is the cataracts that resulted in his retina detachment. And that is this week and next week. And then after that, he has the follow up for his um, testing to see if the hemochromatosis has affected any of his organs. And it's very common that it can affect your heart, it can affect your liver, of course, pancreas, intestine, stomach. It is related to the eye stuff, which we were really surprised about. Um, just anything that blood passes through, which is your whole body, is what he is having to deal with. So that's a journey we're going to begin in mid February after his cataract surgeries. And so, like I said, he has cataract surgery on the 25th and on February 7th. The rest of the family's doing good. I had to take Josh down to get his wisdom teeth taken out, two of them, on Friday, and he was a character as he always is. And Savannah called me that night, my granddaughter, and she said, Mimi, Daddy lost two of his teeth. I just thought that was hysterical. And oh my gosh, Lala, it is genetic. So if both the mother and the father are carrying that gene, you have a chance of getting the hemochromatosis. So um, I don't know. Maybe your son should and your daughter should get tested. I don't know. We're just learning about it as we go along. It's just been rugged. Um, let's see, what else have we done? Nothing. We have stayed at home. We're trying to avoid all germs as much as possible, although I did go to the rehab facility today. And we just, we were so sick over Christmas. I mean, literally, we spent Christmas Day in the bed, like, Merry Christmas. Do you want me to bring you a cup of tea or something? It's just like our offerings to each other, the little drummer boy offerings. Um, so we're just glad to be where we are right now and don't want Chris to have to deal with any sneezing, coughing, or anything with his cataract surgery because it's very important. He really cannot see out of his right eye, the one that he had the detached retina out of because of the cataract. But they told him that the cataract would be a direct result of the damage done by a detached retina. So, oh, that's good, Lala. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to be genetically tested. I'm so thankful that they have things like that. My youngest son was born with cleft lip and palate, and one of the things they were really concerned about when Charlie and Edward were born was that there might be that passed along or whatever. And it's just good to follow what kind of genetic diseases I think are in your family because you don't know. Chris was actually adopted by his father. His mother is his actual biological mother, but his father adopted him. So he did not know his real father. And it's just such a coincidence that his adopted dad actually has hemochromatosis too, which is just bizarre. Um, but um, we don't know anything about his real dad or his real dad's history. So, anyhow, we are hanging in here. We are just doing doctor visits next week. Um, like I said, we have Chris's surgery to do, and we're just trying to lay low as far as spending any time with the grands and any in large crowds, anything that will give us any kind of germs that Chris doesn't want before he has his surgery, especially since our immune systems are down. But I did have my appointment with my gastroenterologist. Everything is fine, except they are going to monitor me for some minimal ulcerative colitis. But um, as long as I keep to the alpha gal diet, then I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I did eat bacon a couple weeks ago to just see if possibly I could bring that back in because I was able to bring cheese back into my diet. And bacon is a no go. I still have a rash and had, ugh, I was miserable. I was miserable. Two slices of bacon did me in. So anyhow, like I said, this is just a little pop in to let you know how I'm doing. Um, oh my gosh, Lala, that's crazy. Chris doesn't know how his detached. He was just driving, and all of a sudden, he lost his field of vision below his eye, like he couldn't see anything below his eye line, and he came home that day and he said, I think I have a detached retina. And so he called the doctor, and the doctor was like, go immediately to the emergency room. So we went to the emergency room. The emergency room said, oh, yeah, you have a detached retina. And so they sent us over to the only ophthalmologist in town. Thank you, Rural Living. And he had that taken care of, but it was quite an experience because he had to keep his head to chest for about 3 weeks, and that was not good. So before I leave, let me tell you a story. We have this new, he's not new now, we've had him for about 7 months, a German Shepherd that replaced Lincoln, who was our German Shepherd, and this was Laddie, Ladislav, but we call him Laddie. And he is just the sweetest dog. He was only 1 year old on December 29th, so he's still kind of a puppy. But our little gray cat, now to set up the story, we live in the middle of nowhere. Nowhere. And so the little gray cat brought inside the fence a squirrel. Not the head, just kind of the backbone and the long bushy tail. Maybe a couple feet. I don't know. I didn't take a real good look at it. But anyhow, Laddie went out and he was so excited because there was this like animal and it looked like one of his play toys. And so he was playing with it and he brought it in the house. And I was like, no, Laddie, you can't have this in the house. And so he starts running around the dining room table with it, thinking I'm playing a game with him. And I'm like, no. So finally, I just kept the door open until I ran outside with it. And then I didn't think about it anymore. But yesterday, he must have found the dead squirrel out in the yard, and we thought it was gone. We have so many buzzards around here, but he got it, and he came in and he was kind of coughing. He was like, and Chris and I looked over, and he had this like squirrel tail hanging in his mouth, and I just looked at Chris and I was like, he's your dog. You're gonna have to extract the squirrel from his throat. So Chris did, but it was just so disgusting. Chris ended up burying the squirrel outside the fence. So, yeah, Lala, you can. You can. Let me give you my PayPal address. This month we are giving to proceeds are going to an Alaskan mission trip. So these books pretty much are just for charity work anyhow. We're just really trying to increase reading and library awareness and things that can help communities, especially rural communities. If you don't know, my brother and I wrote a book called Dino that was based on stories in a small coal mining camp in West Virginia. And while they all have some bases, you know what tall tales are. And so my brother and I say, you know what? We might stretch the truth, but we never lie. So you can. Ah, hey, Jessica, how are you? Good seeing you. I was just giving a health update about Chris and I, and yeah, I'm doing great. Chris is hanging in there. Thank you, Lala. I appreciate you. Um, yeah. So next month, the charity that Chris and I are doing for the books will be, that Eric and I will be doing for the books, I think is something in Kentucky that he's working on. Um, thank you, Jessica. Yeah, yeah. I'm, I'm doing so much better, Chris. Eh, but we'll be okay. We'll be all right. We'll get through it. We're tough people. He might have to go in every week, though, and give a pint of blood until his iron levels come back into the normal range, which I told him, I said, you just need to hire a vampire. Seriously. So, anyhow, I have yes, Chris will pull through. He's a tough bird. He really is. He really is. Sometimes it gets on my last nerve, but he's mine. I'll keep him. After 35 years, he's allowed to stay. So anyhow, my 5-year-old grandson Carter, well, he's not quite 5, he's still 4, but he has a birthday coming up, and so I always, when I do boxes for them or presents for them, I do themes, and so I'm doing a pirate theme for him this year, and I bought him a pirate hat and one of those like telescope kind of things. And hey, RB, how are you? Like you're not sitting right next to Jessica. I know Chris and I are the same way. Um, and so I'm crocheting him a little like pirate bird thing to go on his shoulder when he's playing pirate, and bought him a few other things. Yeah, yeah. I, it's easier for me to do a theme because that way I'm not like, I hate going in and seeing all these plastic toys for the kids. And especially this group of kids, like Carter has a sister and 2 other brothers, and they have every plastic toy made in China imaginable. And so I try to do something that's like creative and out of the box. And so I'm doing a little treasure chest for him, and then like had a bag of like um, craft gemstone kind of things. And so I'm putting those in a little box I got at Dollar Tree, and we're painting. And then I'm making index cards with it, with the shape and the color of the little gems. So he has a matching thing, like he can put this there. But yeah, he it I just couldn't stand buying him a made in China gift. It just, no. I couldn't do it, to go into their playroom that's just like, it looks like made in China threw up in there. So yeah, so he's got a little eye patch that came with his pirate hat. And I've thought about going into maybe the like the hunting section or camping section or whatever, and getting him a little compass. I mean, I know he's not like old enough to appreciate what a compass is, but if he understands what true north is, then there you go. Always thought true north was just the direction I was facing. Like I must be the center of the universe or something. I don't know. Oh my gosh. So Chris is actually working tonight. He's doing security at some party in Durham, North Carolina, which is about an hour away. And so I told him I would stay up till 2 o'clock waiting for him. RB, I think a compass is a great idea. Like, you're a guy. Like, what 5-year-old kid would think a compass is so totally awesome? Like, is that a great show and tell object? Like, oh my gosh, I've got a compass. I mean, and it's just kind of like one of those things where you feel like it's a life skill that your grandchildren need to know. Oh, RB, that is really cool. I have a compass and I'm dying. What was that thing that they called it, where you have a compass and they give you these coordinates, and um you're supposed to follow these routes and end up at a thing. I forget what that's called, but it's with a compass. And I always thought that would be a really fun class to take because I do not know how to read a compass. I think Chris does, but yeah, Jessica, they do have show and tell. They call it show and share. So, um, yeah, I think so too, RB. I think that is a really great life skill to know. So, I need to learn it personally. So, um, and then I went to Dollar Tree and they have these Lego boxes that have these little different size compartments in them, and they have the top of it is like a Lego platform or whatever, just where you can start building something on. And we have like, hey Jules, how are you? So anyhow, they have we have so many old Legos, and since I'm doing a pirate theme with Carter, I thought if I went through there and pulled out the little pirate pieces and the boats and all those things, then I could put it in this Lego box. That would be another really cool thing to go with his pirate theme. Um, Jules, we're talking about the fact that I'm doing a pirate theme box for my 5-year-old grandson for his birthday. So if you have any ideas, throw them out there. Because I was thinking compass, a little telescope. I already bought him a pirate hat and a eye patch. I'm making him a little bird. He's not done to go on his shoulder, a little pirate bird. And what else do I have? Oh, I was thinking about printing out like a treasure map kind of looking thing, and then maybe burning the edges of it and maybe doing a tea wash on it and rolling it up and tying it with a ribbon, maybe making it look like a pirate's map or something. I don't know. Just ideas I have floating around. I have until the 4th. Well, actually, Chris is he's having a big birthday party on the 4th, and Chris is not sure whether we should go on the 4th since he has eye surgery on the 7th because he doesn't want to get germified in a room full of um, 5-year-olds tend to have lots of germs. So we might go down the weekend after, which is closer to his birthday, actually. I think his birthday is the 11th. Yeah, Pinterest is a good idea, and I haven't even done that yet. Um, yeah, I'm trying to keep things within a budget, but that's a really cool theme and not made in China. So, of course, everything we buy these days is made in China. So, anyhow, um, how are you guys doing? Everybody doing good? Everybody healthy, wealthy, wise? Isn't that what they say? Are you healthy, wealthy, and wise? Oh, well, that might be something cool. They all have these Google things in the room. The Carter has two brothers and a sister, and they all have these Google things in the room so that they can watch them in the mornings without waking up their parents. Brilliant idea. My kids just came in and woke me up at 5 in the morning or whatever, but hey, use technology. Um, yeah, and it might be good if we can find a movie that we all sit down and watch when we go to visit him. If it's not on his if it's not at his birthday party, just something different that we all do. Um, I did find some of those gold coins after Christmas that they always have the chocolate gold wrapped coins after Christmas. And I did buy some of those. I think they were like 10 cents a bag and marked down. And I did buy some of those. So I thought I'd put those in the treasure chest, his little treasure chest as well. But yeah, he's a cute little kid, and he's number 3 in the pecking order of his house. And so I always, the knee babies, that's what we call them here in the South. The third child is always called the knee baby, um, because they're the one that is at your knee after the first and second when the fourth one is born. And they kind of get swept under the rug, kind of. My knee baby didn't trust me, but he stamped out his own life. Oh, night, Lala. Love you. So good to talk to you. I missed you so much. I really do. You take care too, okay? Tell everybody I said hi. Jules, I'm glad you're doing good. I really enjoyed your Advent series. Gave me a bunch of ideas, even though I didn't have the energy to do any of them. We did not even put a Christmas tree up this year. We were just so fatigued and so tired and so exhausted and coughing and just all the things. All the things that they tell you long term COVID will do, that's exactly what happened. So, worst Christmas ever. We still have one child that we need to go visit and exchange Christmas presents with. And you know what? I think this will be my best Christmas present because I think he bought us a Nintendo Switch. I'm feeling it. So I hope he did. Our grandson, their only child, loves to play Mario Kart, and every time we go down there, he just loves playing Mario Kart with Poppy and I, and beating the pants off of us. And so he said, the last time we saw him, he said, "Wouldn't it be cool if you had Mario Kart and we could meet at 2 o'clock every Sunday afternoon and just play Mario Kart so I could beat you?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, that would be great. I just love being stomped on." Oh, I'm sorry, Jules. But I'm so glad that I got to see you. And then I think because I'm retired and I'm allowed to, I want to get Animal Crossing because I used to play that a long time ago when my youngest child um, was, I don't know how old, but he had it for PlayStation maybe. I don't know what he had it for, but that was a fun little game. So I could see me losing a lot of my time I could be spending doing something useful playing Animal Crossing. So anyhow, it's been um almost 30 minutes so I've been on here. Have you ever played it, Jessica? Have you ever played Animal Crossing? Like you pick up little shells and I think they're like money or something. Sounds right up my alley. I don't know. I'll let you know how it goes. I could be totally wrong. They might not give us Animal Cross or Nintendo Switch for Christmas, but I just have a feeling this is the son and his daughter or his wife and his son that always go big for Christmas. And like I said, we haven't been able to spend Christmas with them. So, although I have to tell you, one of my sons, um, now, okay, I live in a cabin, old farmhouse, out in the middle of the woods, out in the middle of nowhere. I am not a fancy person. T shirts and jeans. I just, my plates don't match. You can drink out of a mason jar if you come to my house, But anyhow, my son and his wife bought me this like really fancy Kate Spade purse, and I want you to know I feel like guilty carrying it in public. I I can't almost do it. It's like, oh, that's such a beautiful Kate Spade purse. Oh, that's so not my personality. I mean, I feel like obnoxious carrying this Kate Spade purse. Yeah, our silverware's a mismatch too. It's like Chris has one fork that he really, really likes, and he just like digs through the dishwasher thing till he finds his favorite fork. I store my stuff in like butter tubs and stuff. Oh, absolutely, Jessica. And we're just so not pretentious around here, you know? We're just poor white folk. So say. So, anyhow, I don't know. I appreciate my children so much, but you know, I'd like probably like a quarter cow or something. Or, like, I don't know, chicken wire because we're going to up the chicken coop this summer or something. I think in the spring we're going to get about 6 or 7 more chickens. Yeah, we love using mason jars too. The little ones make excellent juice glasses, and then the bigger ones is where we drink our sweet tea. Exactly, RB. That's exactly how it is here. Exactly, Jessica. We are who we are. Exactly. Exactly. So, anyhow, 32 minutes. It's past midnight here in the great state of North Carolina. And so I'm going to sign off, but I love you guys for stopping by. I really, really do appreciate it. And I hope you all have a good week. Jessica, I'll see you tomorrow night, hopefully, if all goes well, NRB. And Jules, I hope you're doing good out there in California. That's very true, RB. I wish we all live closer. So I love you guys. You take care, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Bye, guys.